Hey love, I'm Gina, a fitness, nutrition, and self-love coach, helping high-achieving women heal their relationship with food and their bodies so they can finally feel free, strong, and confident in their own skin. If you've ever felt stuck in the cycle of restriction, binging, and body shame, trust me, you are not alone. On this podcast, we're calling out diet culture BS, building your dream body without the obsession, and getting real about what it actually means to love yourself in a world that constantly tells you not to. I've been there. Anorexia, binge eating, body hate, you name it, I've lived it. And now I help women just like you find food freedom, feel sexy in their skin, and take their damn power back. So get ready, because the Fit Without Obsession podcast starts now. Let's get real. If you are anything like me, you didn't start your fitness journey because you wanted to heal your relationship with food or find self-love. You likely started because you wanted to shrink. You probably thought that happiness was hiding in a smaller body, maybe in a flatter stomach, or perhaps the number on the scale. But here's the truth no one told me. Chasing skinny almost destroyed me. I lost my period. I lived in fear of bread. I skipped dinners with friends because I was too busy measuring out almond butter on a food scale. And you know what? Even when I was my smallest, I still hated my body. I still ended up looking in the mirror and would think, I'm not enough. So in today's episode, I really want to share with you what I wish I had known before I ever downloaded MyFitnessPal, before I ended up ever signing up for my first 30-day shred, before I ever believed the lie that being smaller meant being happier. Because if I had known these truths, I would have saved myself years of obsession and guilt and burnout. And if you're just starting out, or maybe you've been grinding for years, but you still feel stuck, I want you to have this wisdom that I didn't have at the time. So let's go ahead and talk about the lessons that actually changed everything for me. The first thing that I want to bring up is that getting smaller won't fix what you hate inside. Chasing skinny is not going to automatically make you happy. I know for me, I really believed that if I lost 10 pounds, I would finally love myself. But what actually happened is the more weight that I ended up losing, the more flaws I found in myself. I was picking apart cellulite and arm fat in the tiniest stomach rolls that nobody even saw. The reality is, even when I was at my smallest, I was also my most miserable. Your body can shrink, but if your self-worth doesn't grow in the process, you're never going to feel enough. So that's why so many women reach their maybe goal weight and still hate their reflection, because it's not actually about the number. It's about the beliefs that you carry into the mirror with you. So to go off of this, I'm not saying that I'm anti-weight loss. I'm not saying you can't lose weight. You definitely can. You can work towards your dream body. I have fluctuated in my weight and really had aesthetic goals as well. But when that was the sole thing that I was chasing, that is when I was my most unhappy, because I wasn't investigating why I wanted that body, why I felt the need to lose weight. And that was because honestly, I didn't feel worthy the way that I was. Another thing that I learned, and I want you to understand, is that discipline is not the missing piece. Permission is. More discipline is not the answer. I think we always think if we're not getting to where we want to be, we think more cardio, less calories, more trying hard, more push through, don't give in to burnout. We keep stacking on all these things, and it really doesn't take us to where we want to be. I really thought when I wasn't getting to the weight I wanted, or if I wasn't feeling good in my skin, that I wasn't disciplined enough. And spoiler alert, I'm a very disciplined person. I'm probably one of the most disciplined people you know. And when I thought that I wasn't disciplined enough, that's why I kept binging, and that's why I kept overeating and really just being in this loop of this unhealthy relationship with food. And it's also why I couldn't stick to quote unquote the plan. So I kept doubling down, I mentioned, on more rules, more restriction, more control. But when I ended up trying harder and harder and harder and trying to have more control, the more everything slipped through my fingers. The further I honestly got away from who I wanted to be. And I wasn't broken at the time. I wasn't weak. I was literally just human, just as I am today. And when I was pushing too hard, my body was screaming for permission. It wanted that permission to eat, that permission to rest, that permission to truly enjoy my life. And when I did finally get to that place of giving that to myself, like that is when the binges stopped. That's when I actually started to feel free, which is what I wanted all along. Now, I want to go into some more of the lessons that I had to learn the hard way. And that is lesson number 1, that nutrition fuels, it doesn't punish. And really sit with that. Like, okay, is the way that you're eating right now, is that making you feel good? Or are the way that you're going about the rules that you might have or certain protocols you might have, like, does that take away from your life? Are you feeling restricted? Are you feeling miserable? I know for me, I used to treat food like the enemy. Like, I would avoid carbs as if they were toxic. I would measure out spinach leaves, like literally on a food scale. I thought eating less was the golden ticket to getting to where I wanted to be. But my biggest transformation didn't come when I ended up cutting more calories. It actually came when I ate more. And I've talked about this repeatedly. So if you're not hearing me yet, like, please hear me now. Like, I know I've mentioned on many other podcasts, like, this is a big theme. Like, less is not better. Like, more food is what you need to actually be able to do this in a sustainable way, to be able to have a great fitness journey that you love. And this means more protein, more carbs, more balanced meals, like more everything. I'm not just saying only protein, right? Like when we cut the carbs, no. When I actually gave in and started eating more, my body actually leaned out. And I had built curves that I had never had before. And I had the energy for my workouts instead of just grinding through them. I really like the concept, and I share this with my clients all the time, of like nutrition by addition. Like, what are you adding into your diet that's going to help you feel better? That's going to help you get closer to that dream body that you want, instead of thinking that we always have to keep taking away. Because this could look like, for example, like maybe you have been having like a bunch of waffles for breakfast and like that's it, right? Like, so I'm not going to actually say eat less than that, because like maybe you're just having waffles. Like, that's not a balanced meal, right? So like we could still have the waffles. We need the carbs. We need the yumminess. We need the joy. But like, can we add in some protein there, right? Like, can we have some maybe Greek yogurt on the side? Can you add in some fruit so that you have some micronutrients? Like, can we make this more of a balanced meal, right? That's the way we should be approaching our plate, not looking at it and saying like, how little calories can I eat? How much more of this can I cut away? So here's a reframe that I want you to have, that your dream body isn't hiding behind 1,200 calories. It's built when you fuel your body like an athlete instead of punishing it. Lesson number 2, here we go. Strength training is the GOAT or queen, whatever sounds great for you to say over in your head. But honestly, like for me, going through my fitness journey at the beginning, I was terrified of weights, and I thought that lifting heavy would literally make me bulky. And I know this is a real fear that so many women have out there. They think like, okay, as soon as I pick up a weight, I'm going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, and that's not like true, right? The truth is, picking up dumbbells and like actually lifting changed my life. The first time I hip thrusted my body weight, like I realized in that moment that I was not fragile. I was not breakable. I was actually powerful. And that strength in the gym started to bleed into every other part of my life. Like, I really found a lot of confidence with pushing myself, lifting more, trying to work on strength goals versus aesthetic goals. Like, that actually helped me show up so much more in other areas of my life. Chasing that strong gave me the body that I wanted. But honestly, more importantly, like, it gave me the self-trust that I needed. Lesson number 3 that I learned the hard way that I want you to know is rest and recovery matter as much as training. Like, as much. Not like, oh, they also matter. No, I'm talking, they need to be on the same, like, tier when we're talking about it. I used to wear no days off like this badge of honor until my body literally broke. Like, when I was sick, when I was so underweight, like, I was having heart palpitations. I was dizzy. I felt completely exhausted. I ended up in the ER. Like, all because I believed that, like, rest was lazy and that I had to keep doing more and I had to keep cutting more calories. Now that I know this, like, if your body whispers for rest and you don't listen, it's gonna scream at you. Like, it's gonna be like, okay, you didn't fucking listen. I'm gonna, like, full-fledged go into, like, breakdown mode. Progress doesn't come from, grinding yourself out into the ground, like, literally beating yourself through these workouts to the point where, like, you feel like you're crawling in the door each night. Like, it comes from balancing stress with recovery, training with rest, hustle with healing. So it's not saying that you can't train and we only need to rest. Like, no, obviously you need to train. I love strength training. That's the way that you're going to get work through your fitness journey, right? Like we just talked about that, like how important strength training is. But again, you need to hold rest to the same standard. Lesson number 4 that I learned the hard way is mindset matters way more than macros. Mindset and self-worth are everything, honestly. Abs are not going to fix the voice in your head that says you're not enough. I could say that again and again and again and again and again. Like, it's not bad to want abs. That's fine. You can have abs. You can have a fucking 6-pack. I will support you, be happy for you. Great. But if you are not addressing like that inner voice that says you're not enough, like you are going to not feel enough. The abs aren't going to fix the problem. I had to do the messy work of rewiring my brain. I ended up going to a lot of therapy. I let go of my perfectionism, which was hard as fuck, but like so worth it. And I built an identity outside of my body size because no matter how perfect my food tracking was at the time, it couldn't save me from self-sabotage if I didn't actually like myself. Like I needed to fall in love with myself. And I think one thing I want to bring up here is that you can do all of these things while trying to get to your dream body. Like, I'm not on this episode saying like we can't work towards aesthetic goals. We can't, try to achieve a 6-pack. We can't do that. No, like all of that is fine. I actually think that's great. But you need to be making sure that you are addressing all of these other things along the way. So what I want you to know if you're starting, or again, maybe if you're years into your journey, but like you're trying to really readdress your approach, like here's what I wish someone had told me on that day 1. That progress is not linear. It's messy. You're gonna plateau. You're gonna go backwards. But that doesn't mean that you're failing. It actually means you're human. And this goes in so many different realms, right? Like this could go on your journey to heal your relationship with food. Like it's not gonna be perfect. This could be on your journey to get to this dream body that you want. It's not going to be that you literally lose like 1 pound per week perfectly for like the next 6 months and then you're there. Like that's not how it works. And I think the sooner we can accept that and understand that like just because maybe like 1 week doesn't look perfect or 1 day doesn't look perfect, you're going to be so much happier. You're going to actually be able to continue to work towards your goal instead of giving up and burning out. You also don't have to do it all at once. 3 strength workouts a week and consistent meals, like it's gonna beat a 30-day all or nothing plan every single time. So if you start off and you're like, okay, I need to hit 10K steps and I need to have 8 glasses of water, I need to get 8 hours of sleep, I need to strength train, and then I'm gonna go for my afternoon walk, and then I'm also gonna meditate, and then like that sounds so overwhelming, right? But actually, all of those things are things that I do now, naturally. Like I love having all of those a part of my day, but the way that I got there is not like trying to do it all at once, right? Like I started to habit stack. So like start small, start with one thing. Then once that becomes more habitual, like you find yourself going to the gym 3 days a week, okay, let's focus more on your food then. Like after that, like, and I'm not saying that we want to shut out other goals, but if you do find yourself getting to a place where you're overwhelmed, don't jump ahead of yourself, right? Healing also comes first. If your journey is fueled by self-hate, you are never going to make it sustainable. So honestly, this is why I talk so much about healing your relationship with food and exercise, because it is the foundation. If you are not going into your journey or continuing through your journey with this like at the forefront, you are not going to make it long term in a happy way, in a healthy way, honestly. So like I always say like healing your relationship with food falls on a spectrum. We all have things that we can work on around food because we've picked up different information as we've grown up. We have things that we've learned from childhood, things that we hear on social media. Like we can all work towards having a better relationship with food, and that should be like a lifelong journey. Like honestly, for me, even I would say I'm healed, I'm recovered, like I have a great relationship with food, but I'm still always working on growing it and challenging myself. So like that needs to also be the foundation of any fitness journey that you have. Fitness should also add to your life. It should not take it over. If you can't enjoy pizza night with friends or go and relax on vacation without spiraling, like that is not health. Like, again, it shouldn't be this thing that is literally the driving force that is making all of your decisions. Obviously, we want to make decisions about our life to make sure that we are including fitness because it helps us feel good. But again, it's adding to our life. It's not taking away. I really want you to skip the years of obsession that I went through. I want you to build strength and confidence and freedom from day 1. You do not ever have to earn your worth in the gym. Like right now, as you're listening to this episode, you are already enough. Whether you've, been to the gym multiple years of your life or you're just starting off, like, you are still enough right now in this moment. Fitness gets to be this gift in your life, not this cage that like takes over in this negative way. Your body can change, but if your mindset does not, you are always going to feel stuck. You really don't need more rules. You need to have more freedom in your life. Your dream physique is not hiding behind less food. It's waiting behind more fuel, more strength, and more self-trust. These are the truths that I wish I knew before I started my fitness journey. And now they're the truths that I teach my clients. And it's so exciting that I went through this learning journey so that I can really help you and, again, help these people that I work with one-on-one and in group settings, like, really show up and be the best versions of themselves, really work through their fitness journey in a healthy way that uplifts them, that they want to continue on for the rest of their life. Honestly, the industry is going to keep selling you smaller jeans and 30-day fixes. Like, that's not going away. But I will give you something better. I'm going to offer you this, and that's freedom, self-love, and a body you actually enjoy living in. That is the difference. So if you're ready to stop chasing skinny and start chasing strong, I want you to come hang out with me. Come on Instagram, follow me at @thefitbean_. And if you're ready to do this work with me, check out my coaching programs in the show notes, because you don't have to keep suffering through fitness. You get to do it differently. And I would love to walk with you every step of the way. Thank you so much for tuning into the Fit Without Obsession podcast. If this episode helped you heal, grow, or just feel a little less alone, go ahead and hit the follow button so that you never miss a moment of this journey. And if you loved it, share it on your stories and tag me at @thefitbean_. I seriously love seeing what resonates. Sharing this podcast helps more women step out of a session and into their power. And that ripple effect starts with you. And if you're ready for deeper support, check the show notes for ways that we can work together. Just remember, eat the pasta, wear the shorts, and love the hell out of your life. You deserve it always. Talk soon.